Hello and welcome. Aubrey Angst here, and I'm excited to talk about an event happening in Ooblets from October 1st to November 15th. The Halloween event, or more specifically, the Cemetery Riddle that allows you to procure a super awesome gleamy Ooblet from Nullwhere. A heads up that there will be spoilers in this video, so if you want to solve the riddle on your own, I would suggest not watching. If you're like many others, however, who are having trouble figuring out what to do and want to make sure you complete the riddle before the event is over, then this is the video for you. If you find this video helpful, I would love it if you hit that like button, and consider hitting the subscribe button too to join us on more fun and helpful videos. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's get going. To kick off the Halloween event riddle, you'll receive a letter in the mail from an unknown source with the following cryptic text. In especially spooky times, a rumor abounds that stirring can be heard from below Nullwhere grounds. If you seek an Ooblet from the great beyond, to the graveyard past midnight, should you abscond. Based on this letter, we know we should travel to Nullwhere at night in order to seek out a special Ooblet. Once in Nullwhere, head up to the cemetery at the very back of the map. If you get there too early, nothing will have changed. But once the clock hand enters the darkest purple section, 5 graves will light up with special text. The first and largest grave will have slightly different text depending on which Ooblet you will have the ability to acquire in your game. Mine read, to free the lost glimmer, a trade must be made, drop 10 of an item, to keep music swayed. Your final line of text may be the same as mine, or it might read, to keep nature swayed, or to keep true love swayed, or to keep sunlight swayed. We'll go into what the differences mean in a minute, but just know that your text will remain constant throughout the event, so you won't have to worry about the 10 items needed changing up on you. Heading clockwise from the large grave, the first of the 4 smaller graves will have a music note on top. If your final line of text from the large grave read, to keep music swayed, you will want to follow the instructions on this musical grave. Overbore us all with gusto. We know from the last riddle that we need to drop 10 items, so matching up the available items to the text reveals that Borgus mushrooms are required. Drop 10 Borgus on the grave and a dance battle with your designated gleamy will begin. Gloopy long legs in my case. Continuing clockwise, the second grave has a leaf on top and reads, former member of the Dregs of Society, now plant food. Based on this, we need to drop 10 dreg plants on this grave to access the gleamy Ooblet dance battle if the last line of the large grave read, to keep nature swayed. Moving on to the grave with the heart on top and reading, now but a gleaming ember in the skies. If the last line of your grave read, to keep true love swayed, you will drop 10 gembers here. The final grave has a sun on top and reads, fraught with guilt and reaping what they sowed, alluding to the fact that 10 freep will be needed to drop on this grave if your large grave text read, to keep sunlight swayed. If you don't already have 10 of your required item, Borgus can be collected in Badgetown, Gembers are collected in Nullwhere, and you'll need to buy seeds from Nullwhere and grow either the dreg plants or freeps, depending on your large grave text. Once you've dropped your items and defeated your gleamy in a one-on-one dance battle, you'll be given their seed that you can grow on your farm to add this wonderful Ooblet to your collection. The music note grave gave me a gloopy long legs, and I've seen the leaf grave give a marshling, and the sunlight grave give a scoofalo, but let me know in the comments if this is what you've experienced as well, and if you know which Ooblet comes out of the heart grave. I'd love to know if the Ooblets in the graves are consistent, or if they can vary between game files. Well, I think that's all you need to know to complete this event. Thank you for watching, and thank you to Glumberland for creating such an amazing game with fun seasonal events. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!